So if you're looking for something to sip on this time of year, hot chocolate with peppermint schnapps, that might be an option.
But if you want to mix it up, pay attention to these recipes. We think they're perfect for the season.
Yeah, I'm the mix-up type of guy. And mixologist Lewis Taylor returns from Johnson Brothers.
Hi,
Good morning,
Lewis.
Hello.
Great to see you again.
Yeah,
Good to
you're
see you
getting
both.
after it already. What
I
are you doing
am.
here?
Sorry, I'm trying to get a little
Zest in this
zest
orange?
going.
No.
Yeah, zest in an orange.
You work because you know what you're doing, and we love to learn from you.
Just a little prepping for one of
You
the
do some
great
prepping, but I want to
cocktails
talk about
that we have.
seasonal beers. I've got
Yeah.
there's a place in town that I like to go for seasonal beers on tap, and because it just kind of gets you in the spirit when you got these seasonal flavors.
Right.
What do you recommend for beers?
Well, we're going to start off with saying welcome to winter, because it seems like
It's here.
even though we're here,
Right,
it's
we're
here.
officially
We'd
a
like to
month
say that it's
away.
not, but it's here.
It is.
So I was going to save this for next month, but I decided to go ahead and do it this month. These are some beers that I've had some experience with, the first two especially, and the last one, just an incredible story behind that. But first of all, Samuel Smith, one of the oldest breweries in Britain, in Tadcaster, Yorkshire, England, and I spent a little time in London with my last year in college, and that's where I got turned on to Samuel Smith's wide variety of ales, and they produce the first seasonal ever produced.
What's this called? What's their
This is their winter welcome.
Winter welcome.
Exactly.
And
So
what
we're
does it
welcoming
taste
winter.
like, Lewis?
Let's
For
go ahead
those
and
of us who've never tried it.
I'm just going to go ahead and crack this. You'll notice that it's a 550 milliliters, so it's a little bit bigger
big-
bottle.
It is, but I like the
And-
foiled top on it. That's nice.
And with all these seasonals out, you're like, all right, who started all that?
They did.
They
Right
did.
at it.
The
This
first.
is the 25th anniversary of this beer.
Mike, since you're such a fan of these seasonal brews,
Yeah, I like
I'll step
seasonals.
out of the way and let you try
What
this
makes
one.
this? What gives us its seasonal flavor? What's in there? I mean,
Seasonal
what-
flavor. Now, when we're talking about this time of year, what are most of the foods? There's a lot of different textures, flavors, tastes going on in the
Yeah.
foods that we're doing right now. Something that's similar about them all is a lot of them are going into the oven. A lot of them are going to be baked. So you're going to have toasted, you're going to have caramel flavors, a little bit of sweetness. So what do you think?
It's a good flavor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
So they bring this out every year, their 25th anniversary of that beer.
And what else do you have here, Lewis?
And then we're going to move on to something a little closer to home, right across the state at Fort Collins, Colorado, is a brewery that everyone in town should know about. Odell's. It's a fantastic brewery, a fantastic beer. This was their first beer that they launched, which is a 90 shilling. And 90 shilling is a term that refers to, in Scotland, they taxed the best quality beers at 90 shillings. So when
That's
they
where it got
decided to
its name.
start with their brewery, this was their flagship and still is. And this is like a Scottish ale, but they wanted to do something a little more approachable for us here in the States. So light-bodied, amber in color.
Do you want to try that one?
You could try. Well, you don't like beer, or what?
Well, I think you like it more than I do. I'm more of a cocktail type gal.
So you're waiting for the cocktail. She's waiting for the cocktails,
That's all right.
right? The warmer drinks. Do you like it?
I do. I do. It's lighter than I thought it would be.
Yes. A little bit of hops, but not too much.
That's nice.
And then what's this
So-
here? Oh, this Belgian special ale you got.
Again, and rounding out our beer selection for this time of year. Now, this is something you can really bring to the
I
table.
wouldn't look at this bottle and think that's beer. You
Exactly.
know, we're not used to
well,
that.
you would think of this bottle as, hey,
packaging.
I'm going to have a party tonight. I'm going to have some
It
people
looks
over.
like something special.
It does.
It is something
It
special.
does.
Quack.
What are you pouring
This
it
is
in?
a Belgian beer, so you're going to get.
Is it
again,
corked? It's
It is corked. Yes.
Isn't that interesting?
And the great story about this, if you'll notice the decanter, so to speak, that it comes in, the glassware. Great story behind this. In the 1700s, there's a coach line that goes by his brewery, and it just so happened that they still enforced the Napoleonic Code, saying that you could not get on or off of a carriage with a full beer. So this man ingeniously thought to himself, well, these carriage drivers, they need something to attach to their carriage.
So they created the
And
stand.
he had a glass blower make this glass specifically so it will
So you
not
could
come
grab
out.
it and hold it.
Wow.
Not only that, but it's not going to come out.
No.
That's so
Right?
cool.
So
I love your stories with all of
when
this.
they would go to the brewery, they would have someone within their brewery bring this cup out and put it into the cradle
Yeah.
and pour
so
it.
that the driver never got on or off the carriage with a full beer.
That's a good story.
That's cool.
Lewis, I
All
like
right,
that.
We'll let that settle.
Yeah,
I'm
let that
curious
sit.
about
Right.
these other
Let's
recipes.
move on down because I know Mary likes these other recipes. And some of
Well-
these are warm drinks.
And listen, Mike and I
Somewhat.
flip out. We flip out every time Lewis puts recipes together because they're exceptional cocktails. And so we'll
Well-
show you a list of ingredients as we go. If you want to make notes, great. But this clip will be online if
And
you'd like
that's
to
a good
watch it
point
back.
because earlier this season you made probably one of the best Bloody Marys I've ever had.
Yeah, we were everything. And then your last visit too, I loved everything you presented. So
The
I'm
apple cider, I
anxious to
think,
try
was a
this.
favorite. I got
All
quite
right.
a
It
few
was
comments
great.
on
Rebel
that
Stoke,
one.
what are you going to make with
So
this?
again, we're looking at darker liquors, just the same as we're looking at darker beers. So the first one, Revelstoke. This is a product that's out of Canada. They brew it specifically in Alberta, but Revelstoke refers to a mountain alpine resort.
And it's a
That's in
pecan
British Columbia.
whiskey.
Yes, and so they started in 2000 and they started to get on the flavor bandwagon, and they've really come up with something special here. This roasted pecan whiskey, there is no other one on the market like it. So basically I'm taking an ounce and a half, I'm sorry, 2 ounces of the roasted pecan whiskey,
Okay.
putting
And then what do you
some
add to that?
chocolate bitters.
Where do we find chocolate bitters? That seems like a
I think you can get
specialty
this,
item,
you can pretty much
Lewis.
get that anywhere, can't you?
Yeah.
There are lines of bitters that are in greater or lesser amounts. Specialty stores, both wine or cocktail ones,
Should have
will
them.
will have them.
Okay. I was going to say, you
so-
measure everything, Lewis. I was surprised.
well,
Or
he's
what
a
is that?
measurer.
It doesn't take much to mess up. So a half ounce of Gallo sweet vermouth. And then as you saw, I zested an orange over the top of
Yes.
it. And I'm going to add just a touch of cinnamon.
But
Yeah,
I think
that's
you bring
what
up a
we're
good
doing.
point when, by
Just
your
touch around
measurements,
cinnamon.
because if you're off a half ounce either
Exactly.
side, it could change the flavor.
These
of
are
the
very
drink.
all
high
about
quality
balance,
ingredients.
isn't
So
it?
you want you want to balance that cocktail.
Okay, we've just got about 2 minutes, Lewis.
Okay.
And I know you got a couple more to drink, but you're going to shake
I'm
that
gonna
up.
shake that. I'm going to pour it real quick. Let you guys try that.
And I'll try this. Mary, you want to go for this one?
This
do.
one is exceptional. At the whiskey festival that was held in Stinson Park.
Do you like whiskey? Are you a whiskey drinker?
I like pecans. So I feel like this
Send
might
that
be
to
my
you.
favorite kind
Same
of
thing,
whiskey.
then.
Yeah.
So
and then
I'm
what else
calling
is
this
over here?
an
The
Alberta.
fragrance is wonderful on it. Okay,
Yes.
you keep
You
going.
have a chocolate liqueur.
Chocolate liqueur. I have actually the macadamia nut.
Oh,
Trader Vic.
that's so nice.
Trader Vic's has been
Let me try
around since the
Wow,
30s.
it's like pecan pie in a glass. Okay, keep going. Keep
Trader
going.
Vic's was the innovator of the Mai Tai with his rums, but he also has a fine line of liqueurs, and not the least of which, to be sure, is this macadamia nut. So
Okay.
fantastic, unique, beautiful bottle. Equal parts of that into this coffee that I've already got set up for
Do you prefer a certain base of coffee, a variety, or is it just sort of your favorite works?
My favorite works. I don't try to use flavored coffees because I prefer to let the modifiers or the base ingredients speak for themselves.
Take over.
And take over. So I don't want to get anything where the
That
coffee
competes.
dominates it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to add a little bit of cream to it.
We've got just a minute left, Lewis, so we're going
Okay.
to try
You know
this
we
after you
always run
stir it
out of
up.
time.
I know we got to get close. So go ahead and whoever wants to try the coffee
Mike, do
drink.
you want to do
there
that
you
one
go.
off,
since I had
sure.
the last?
All right.
All right, Lewis, what's third
All
here?
right. Last but not least, I have the Kraken.
Okay.
The Kraken, lots of advertising right now on TV. Many of you have seen the movie.
Well, that's good, Lewis.
The creature of the deep, so to speak. So on this one, I'm doing a. I'm sure it's up on the board, right?
Yeah,
the,
we'll pop it
the
up
drink
there.
recipe.
Yeah, this has root beer in it?
Rooted in the
Did I
deep,
see that?
exactly. Now we're gonna take and. We're out of time almost.
How
so
much?
let me
No,
do this.
they're telling us
got
we're good.
About an
so
ounce and a half.
Don't have to rush.
They're giving you more time,
Yeah,
Lewis.
we're
you.
robbing Peter to pay Paul. Lewis, this is how it goes.
About 2
And in
ounces.
this case, Peter might be our comedian, but that's okay.
Our
Keep
comedian
going.
will be cut out at this point.
I'm sure I'll hear about it later. I probably know him.
Mix him a drink.
So it's, black spiced rum, a lot of
Uh-huh.
molasses flavor in here, and I'm going to add some root beer.
Now this looks
That's just
dark.
straight root beer?
But is it,
Straight
is
root
it
beer.
lighter in taste than it looks?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is, but it is going to be, we are in the midst of drinking some heavier drinks.
And then are you adding
I'm going to
anything
add
more?
a little bit of heavy cream to that.
Heavy cream.
If I can get it
Got
out
it.
of there.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. And then I'm going to,
Oh, please.
Are you going to top it off with some whip?
Lewis.
A little whip?
How divine does
Go
that
for it,
look?
Mary, that's
I
all
don't know.
you.
That, it's going to be all whipped cream and little cocktail, I'm afraid, on this.
Stir it up, mix the cream inside there, then take, it's like a root
and
beer
there'll be a
float.
dollop on your nose.
It's a black spice rum root beer float. Nice.
That's good. Wow, that's good.
That's good.
Lewis?
Where can we learn all about all these cocktails? We'll go to our website.
Yeah, they'll be listed on the website.
How
Also, all of these, if you want to learn where to find this.
The Kraken, the
pecan,
Rebel Stoke.
Kraken.com, TraderVix.com, Seek the Stoke Lewis.com for Revelstoke. You can find out where you can buy that here locally.
And the
then-
beers, they
and
go to
then
our
all the beer
website and get
sites.
the names
Exactly.
of those beers, and they
Exactly.
get their websites.
Louis,
Lewis,
thank you.
no
Really
worries,
great
thank
to see
you.
you.
Hopefully,
We
hopefully
appreciate
see you
it.
before Christmas.
Yes,
Before
have a
the
great
holidays.
Thanksgiving,
All right,
guys.
Did